All right, 4th of July weekend, we want some smash burgers on the Blackstone. They make the best smash burgers. Looks like I screwed up here and neglected my Blackstone. I broke the core tenet of Blackstone ownership, and that's you must always lightly grease and clean and scrape after your cook. I didn't do that. I think last time I just kind of walked away and just left her out in the elements after I pulled my food off. So this is what you get if you don't take care of your Blackstone. Nice rusty mess. So we're going to have to completely re-season this thing after cleaning all the rust off. So I'll bust out my power tools, and a wire brush is a wire brush, am I right? Just need to get this thing spinning at 10,000 RPM and hurry the process up a little bit. But we're not going to quite crank it to 10. We'll crank it down to like 5 or 6, get her down to a low roar here. And just kind of go slow. I don't want to be slinging stuff everywhere. And so far so good. It's not really slinging like I thought it would, so I cranked it up a little bit. And then we're going to speed up here so we can accelerate this tedious process, yet satisfying as it was. Keep moving along here, and yeah, it looks like we're doing pretty good. Did one final pass. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Nice gray iron, and that is exactly the color of raw cast iron. All right, so we're going to pre-warm everything here just to get the oil to flow a little better. See my regulator there? It's not your average regulator. Got an adjustable turkey fryer regulator off Amazon because I could not stand the foo-foo safety regulator that Blackstone came with. It's like a big common issue with these things having low flame. Yeah, apparently there's a trick where you can crack the tank slowly after you release all the pressure, and then it's supposed to solve that issue, but this is America. We don't do that here. We want what we want when we want it, and any little safety features that get in the way just slows down progress. Okay, rant over. Back to the job. So here we are. I'm basically just washing this thing with my avocado oil here. Just got a warm cooktop, spraying the oil. It's floating the junk to the surface. All that acrid, nasty, burnt crap on there. And we're just wiping it away, spraying it, wiping it, spraying it, wiping it till it's nice and clean. And see how it's starting to brighten up and be shiny and clean again? We don't want to be eating any wire brush particles or anything like that. So this does a pretty good job getting it clean. All right, time to re-season. We're going to fire this baby back up and get her back up to temp. We're at around somewhere in the high 400s. Just kind of be guessing on this one. I didn't have my temp gun. I don't feel like getting all scientific on it. I'm just trying to crank out some burgers. I'm trying to get this show on the road here. So we're doing one final cleaning pass as it's coming up to temp. It looks pretty good to me. So, okay, it's good now. Time to break out the tallow. So I got lots of tallow from cooking all my briskets all the time, so I'm just going to use that for seasoning. Time to nerd out a little bit and kind of get into the science of seasoning and the proper fats and oils to use for seasoning. So apparently, even though tallow was like probably the healthiest fat you can have or consume, it is not the best for seasoning a grill. We want the oils that are liquid at room temperature. That kind of separates the spectrum there. So like your butter, your tallow, stuff like that, those are saturated fats. Those will not work as good for seasoning because they are long chain fatty acids, and it'll basically deposit a lot of carbon instead of polymerizing and turning into like a nonstick coating like the liquid oils do. So that's just kind of a crash course on that, on how that structure works. So you want the polyunsaturated, the PUFAs with the double bonds, and they will give you the best coating. So you notice here my heat map, my lifetime heat map, where you can see exactly where the burners are. And yeah, there's 4 burner bars there, and that's where everything is turning dark and black. Now, maybe if I had a lower and slower flame and I let the grill come up slowly, yeah, maybe I would have a more even temperature. But let's get real here. When you're cooking and you got food, cold food, cooling down this grill top, you got burgers that are going to be cooking unevenly. You're going to have to rotate them around. So, yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to modify this thing in a future video. Add some diffusers or add that draft shield, something to make this thing heat more evenly. And my camera died. Here's the final product. Like and subscribe, guys. More to come.